Ruth Vanita, author of the novel Memory of Light. Welcome to this digital launch by Penguin and Crossword Books. Memory of Light tells the story of love between a poet and a dancer. The story is told by Nafis Bai, who is the poet, and Chapla Bai is the dancer who is visiting Lucknow from Varanasi, and they are staying in kothas in Lucknow. So the novel brings to life a period about 200 years ago, a world that is very different from ours. But many things in it are recognizable: loves, friendships, quarrels with the family, quarrels with neighbors, making up, going shopping, enjoying, eating, dressing up, visiting, going for picnics, playing with pets, and so on. Nafis tells the story of her love, but also of her relationships with many other people, including friendships with male poets, some of whom are historical figures like the poet Insha. I'm going to read an extract from chapter 5 of Memory of Light. Here, a visiting English lady, Sophia Plowden, has invited Chapla and Nafis to a women's gathering at the home of Sir Claude Martin. Persian kittens were everywhere, long-bodied and slender, their white silky fur trailing like royal robes, their unwinking eyes appraising and appealing, sapphire, emerald, agate. Looking across the room at an old mirror framed in emerald quartz, studded with gems, I watched Chapla laughing in its milky depths. Sitting on the dark red carpet, she smiled down at the kitten, walking slowly up her arm and batting at her long plait. Conscious of my eyes and perhaps of Plowden Sahiba's, she flushed slightly. She was fair enough for the blood to become visible, wine rising in a glass. The kitten's tail twitched. Two pairs of golden eyes met like patches of sunlight in a glade, touching and expanding. Did the kitten sense a being exquisite as itself? We sang a few songs, then she and I slipped out into the garden. Which is more pleasurable, being alone together or being with others, knowing that the one they all desire will soon be alone with you? When we finally got into our boat, the house seemed to shiver and drift, its top reaching up to the skies, its hidden depths below the river. The sun had not yet set, but a full moon was rising amid a few scattered clouds. She sighed and lay down, her head on my lap, then pulled my orni down so that it shielded both our faces from the sun's last flare. The boatman was facing the other way. I was bending over when someone hailed us. I started back, and there was Rangin Saab laughing and bowing. Mir Insha was gazing at the sky, his head on Rangin Saab's lap as their boat drifted slowly past. He turned his head without raising it and smiled at us knowingly. They've exchanged turbans, you know, I said. They're brothers now. We should exchange ornis. Or bodices, but not transparent ones like yours, she laughed, her fingertips tender as lentil buds, traveling over my silk bodice and pressing the pearl buttons. Later that night, we were all sitting together. Mir Insha remarked, "What a lustrous evening. It inspired a new ghazal." "Please, let's hear it," said Ammi politely, and he launched into it right away, still smiling at me. 14वीं तारीख की अब्र तनिक सा था जो रात, सहन गुलशन में अजायब सैर मैंने देखा था। झिलमिली सी चादर महताब ऊपर बल्क का, वो दुपट्टा बादले का था जो लहराया किया। यूं लगा मालूम होती हैं ये दो परियां बाहम, एक ने गोया की साया दूसरी पर आ किया। बुए गुल बोली कि आज आपस में बदली ओढ़नी, चांदनी खानम ने भी चपला से बहनापा किया। खुद बदौलत तो न आए और इंशा रात भर आप बिन रोया किया, लोटा किया, तड़पा किया. On a full moon night, a small cloud arose. Out in the flower garden, I saw a wonder. A shimmering veil of lightning over the moon, a cloudy veil of fine fabric fluttering. They seemed to me two fairies close together. One drew near, cast her shadow over the other. Flowers' perfume said they've exchanged veils today. Lady Moonlight has become Lady Lightning's sister. You didn't have the grace to come, and Insha all night long wept, writhed, throbbed alone without you. Pari, they call us, and for the first time I felt fairy-like, caught in the magical circle of light cast by his verse. As they applauded, several listeners smiled and looked at us. Thank you for listening, and Please do download Memory of Light as an ebook and read it. Thanks very much. Bye.